Hey, good night, everyone. Blessings. Those of you who are on. All right, just let us know where you are coming in from. All right, Trevor, I see you in the back. Gonna bring you in just now. Wonderful. All right, folks, just let us know where you are coming in from, what part of Trinidad. Just text it, put it in the text there. Tonight is really, really going to be amazing. Right? My good friend TJ is in the house, and I'm really excited to have this discussion with him tonight. It's going to be really, really amazing. So, those of you who are on, as you come on, I just encourage you to tag someone, text someone, invite someone. I see Babylus is in the house. All right, Andrew, good to have you on. All right, Nati's in the house. That is Amsterdam is in the house. All right, just let us know. Palmas is in the house. Port of Spain, Shaguanas. All right, Vanessa Wright is in the house. San Juan is in the house. Okay, folks, this is going to be really, really amazing. So, what I want you to do, all right, you know the drill. We are discussing some pertinent discussion tonight with my good friend T. All right, Trevor James. And I want you to text someone and let them know that we are on to have this discussion in terms of personal development. We're going to be discussing the marketplace, value, virtue, the dollar, all that stuff we're going to be discussing tonight. All right. So just allow me to bring on the man himself. All right. What's up, sir?
I am doing better than good.
Better than good. That's awesome.
That's the word for 2024. Better than good.
Well, better than good is the best, sir. Better than good have to be the best.
Praises to that. How are you this evening?
All right, so folks, again, I wanna just introduce you all to a good friend of mine. All right, he's a coach, personal development coach. All right, and he has his business going, training, coaching, mentoring, really, really awesome. And there's some things I'm going to share with you before I introduce him to just tell us about himself, what he's doing, and then we're going to jump straight into this discussion tonight. All right, I met TJ. How much years now, Trevor? How much years was that?
I lost count.
Lost count. but one of the unique thing about this our connection is, I think I just come back from the States. I moved back to Trinidad, all right, into ministry full time, and just excited about ministry. But you had came to visit the branch in San Fernando, Coquille,
Right.
and yes, you had came there, and when I was introduced to you, I saw you. And I think for the first time, literally, I saw someone who was doing what I wanted to do all the time. And we just connected there, and the rest was basically history. We have done a lot of lives together, a lot of meetings and training together. And folks, I want you to just give me some emoji there or something for my good friend, Trevor James. All right, Trevor, jump in.
Thank you, Dr. Apostle. All is well. That's probably since about 2013, 2014. Before that, we knew each other. Like I said, we have done some things together, and it was truly awesome. And I know you have been busy in and out of the country trying to keep up with you. I relayed the message to my wife that you missed the breakfast.
Yes, Carol. There's an amazing.
Probably on right now also. So she said when she comes back now, she's up in the East, my daughter. So she comes back now, she has to organize that breakfast for you. So it's important. Yes, wonderful. So I have been enjoying my journey on personal growth and development, doing some life coaching. Just this week alone, I'm truly hectic from Monday to Saturday, working not only with students, but with adults as well. And I am enjoying it, just watching the vision of my organization transforming the lives of individuals into becoming their best selves. So 2024, it's a year for people to get that opportunity to make breakthroughs into becoming their best selves. So we are in the month of July, and it's not too late to begin to start to push through. We want to encourage people. I know that you are doing it, and I'm doing it, and encourage people to begin to start to push through. So I hope that what you have been sharing with people over the last months, that it will definitely make a difference. And I truly appreciate the call to duty.
That's it.
When you ask me to come on here, it's call to duty, This is what it's all about. So I hope people understand what we will share with them this afternoon, this evening, to get it on board and get that personal growth and development going. I remember last week on my show that comes on Thursday, Conscious Conversation, we were speaking about the vision and the provision and all those things that you and I know well. So I am looking forward to the marketplace this afternoon.
That's it. That's what it's all about. That's what.
In order, as I will start off by saying, in order for us to visit the marketplace, we would have had to put some seed in the ground.
That's it.
So we're going to go a little bit deeper into what human being seeds are and what is the soil. So I turn it back to you, Apostle.
Wonderful. So before we jump into that, normally my good friend Keyshawn normally is myself and Keyshawn really do this program every Tuesday, but he had some other engagements, so he told me he's not going to be here with us tonight. But I know some of his folks are on, and what he's doing, I'm sure he's doing some kind of marketing, some kind of stuff he's doing there, empowering people. All right, I know that's what basically he's doing. Okay, so all right, so let's jump into it. T. Normally, what we do in the program, we just have discussions on different topics. Tonight, we're going to be discussing the marketplace. Your gift will make room for you. Okay, and this is also connected to a program, a system that I've built, and that is going to be coming up on the 29th of this month, which is called Gated Dominion System. It's a system I've built to help those who are gifted, those who function in the marketplace, those who have businesses, to help them move from good to great and really structure the whole concept of going forward. And this basically really come about as a result of the concept of us having dominion in terms of dominating in the sector of society where we are positioned to function. Okay, I was literally a couple months ago, I was in Belgium, and something's really registered within my spirit where I get this concept called the gated dominion concept. Okay, and I started to structure it from there. And when I came back to Trinidad, it was really on the move with it. And a couple of weeks ago, we launched the business breakfast meeting, which we're going to be coming in South in August. All right, so those folks in South, we're going to be coming on in South in August. So basically, T, we are talking about your gift will make room for you, the marketplace. Now, the whole concept of the marketplace is literally, the marketplace is where we function in society. Okay, so the marketplace could be the job, in the school is the marketplace, right? Your business, all those areas are marketplace. So the marketplace concept really speak about the area that you are called to function in society. All right, so there are different marketplaces in society, and those of you who are on, each one of you are called to function in the marketplace, because that is where you spend most of the time, and also it's also biblical in terms of what takes place in the marketplace. All right, now, and the reason why we having this discussion, T, also is because of those folks who function in the marketplace. You have a gift. All right, and before you jump in, this one, Shane, because you have folks who are gifted, okay, but your gift will make room for you. So I said to the folks that your gift is a mover. Your gift will make room to shift things. But when you go into the room, do you have what it takes to stay in the room? Okay. So there are a lot of us are in the room, but do you have what it takes to stay in the room? Because your gift got you there, but do you have what it takes to stay there and to begin to elevate and to dominate the area that you are positioned. All right. So T, you could jump in there as we go forward.
All right. Fantastic. Once again, pleasant evening to all. Uh, Trevor James, Coach TJ, as most people would know me. Um, what Dr. Apostle is sharing there is something very powerful about the marketplace. And a lot of people really don't pay attention to not just the marketplace, Apostle, but that place called there, which is where they are. They don't even know they are there in that particular place. Now, one of the things that I want to stretch a little bit there with you is that, first of all, it starts in the mind. That place starts in the mind. And if you could get it in your head, then you could hold it in your hand.
That's
and
right.
we are not paying attention to what is actually moving around in that space. So I want to project something a little bit different, slant to what you're taking is, before they go to the physical marketplace, I want them to know that we are in a spiritual, a mental marketplace that will show us that gift. That is where it is. Because just last week I was speaking to people about that vision. Some people, for example, I knew of a parent whose child wanted to be a pilot when I was doing some career planning. And the parent like, where am I going to get the money to do that? And one of the things that we need to pay attention to when you're dealing with vision and even with your goals, Holy Spirit will provide the provision. And that is what is causing some of us to not even realize the place that we are in, that we're supposed to be marketing ourselves. So we are in the marketplace, but we don't even know we're in the marketplace. We hear other people around us shouting and selling their goods and services. And we want to know, like, what are they so excited about? They're in the marketplace. And they are speaking also. If we go back to being the little kids that we were raised to be, I was raised in the oil industry down in Faizabad, and the people would come around in the streets selling the vegetables and the provisions, and they would call out to people. And then the Syrian man will come down the road with the stuff under his arm, selling that cloth, right? And that was his particular gift and his market, that he was in that marketplace, and we never paid attention to that. So my marketplace is personal growth and development. I look at someone since in the 80s in their marketplace, and I said to myself, I would like to do what he is doing. That person happened to be the deceased Zig Ziglar, author of the book Born to Win and See You at the Top. So I decided this is a place that's interesting to me. So I sent him some information, and before you know it, he accepted me into that particular marketplace. And the rest of it, as we say, is history. So I started doing that, and he started mentoring me to get on there and speak. But if I did not pay attention to what it is that I wanted to do and the place that I wanted to be in, I even said to myself, when I go back to Trinidad and Tobago, I would like to take some of this stuff back with me. And that is what I'm doing up to this day. So it's over 30-something years plus that I'm doing what I've been doing. And truly enjoying it. And it has moved to different levels also. You know, I spent a lot of time in corporation when I came back. I have a program called Adventures and Attitude that some people who probably on would be aware of. And now I'm doing more of that one-on-one stuff with people, whether it's adults or children, from the coaching aspects of things, because as you would know yourself, even from the spiritual place where you operate in, that coaching has now become a big thing, not only with one-on-one, but also in the organization itself, making those transformations. So people need to pay attention. So let me just throw something back at you so you can expand it. When we look at the harvest in the marketplace, that came from the farmer doing what he was supposed to do. Because if we look at my favorite quote that I like to use from As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, it states that a man's mind may be likened to a garden, which can be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. But whether it's cultivated or neglected, it must and it will bring forth. But if no useful seeds are put into it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein and will continue to produce its kind. So the farmer who is in the physical marketplace,
Yes.
who is in that marketplace, his seeds went into the soil and produced whatever it is that he's taken to that physical earthly marketplace. But you and I, and all the humans who are on this afternoon, our mind becomes the soil and our thoughts are our seeds. So we
Okay.
need to pay attention to what we are planting, because we would reap that particular harvest and be in that marketplace where you are not supposed to even be. So you could be there as a carpenter when you're really supposed to be there as the contractor, the builder, but you find yourself as a laborer instead of the guy reading the prints. You could
Right.
be there as a mason once again instead of the guy doing the things that we do. So it's
That's true.
just like you said, when you met me and you said, these things that you're doing, remember all the cybernetics and all those different things that we
Yes,
open.
yes, yes,
But
yes,
you did like me. You said, I got to latch on to this because
yes.
this is something that I am paying attention to. And I was telling someone the other day when you and I were going to Port of Spain, when we went and visit Apostle Skinner, who came in, Prophet Skinner. And
Oh,
you were
yes,
saying
yes.
something to me on that journey. Travis boy, I want to make a shift in some things that I'm doing, And I can never forget when, when the prophet called you out and tell you, you want to do something different. And today you're doing that different
Yes, I remember
because
that.
your thoughts went into the mind, which is the thought is the seed, and went into the mind, which is the soil. And now we are in the marketplace
Yeah, yeah. And
doing what.
that was some years ago. That was some years ago, T.
Oh yeah, quite a bit of
Yeah,
years ago.
remember
I
the
still keep up with
conversation.
them. So
Yeah,
you're doing what it is that you want to do in the marketplace,
yeah.
and you're now taking those fruits and vegetables to the marketplace internationally.
Wonderful.
I'm excited about that. So the next time you're going to that place where you were outside there in New Zealand or wherever it is, my passport is renewed.
That's awesome. You know, one of the quotes, T, I gave the folks. I said, the marketplace is a place where you make a dollar and you make a difference. All right, is a place where you make a dollar and you make a difference. Now, I started to study this, and what I did basically, I I went into the Greek concept of it because the Bible also endorsed our function and our functionality in the marketplace.
True.
So, and I want you to hear this definition, Coach T. It says it's a central gathering place where people from different walks of life converge for commerce, okay, social interaction and public discourse. So from the ancient perspective or biblical perspective, it was a gathering place, okay, where
Definitely.
where people from different walks of life. So you had lawyers, doctors, politicians, all right, and where they converged for commerce. So it was a place of trading. It was a marketplace, okay, for social interaction and public discourse. So every marketplace, listen to this, every marketplace had a section called gates. So when they came into this big arena called the marketplace, they had section called gates where different groups or categories of people would gather. Okay, so when you reach there now in the marketplace, if you had lawyers, you had doctors, you had bankers, you had traders, you have merchants, and they were in different section of the marketplace, which are literally called gates. Now, so when you go there now, based on your needs, when you go there in the city, you can access what you want.
Right.
So the marketplace today now literally symbolize. So you have politics, you have education, you have someone will have a store. Okay, that's the marketplace. All right. So I went into that aspect of it. So it really speaks about a central place of God, and a place where you go to exchange goods, okay, and services. It was called the marketplace. That's what it was called. So even so, if you had a business in the mall, all those places are marketplace. And when I get into it, also I realize that we spend more time in the marketplace than we spend in the church. All right. So and because we spend more time in the marketplace than we spend in the church, it tells us now the place where we have to make a greater impact is in the marketplace. Because the church really is where we come to be educationalized.
Okay.
To go out now in the marketplace, and that is where, in that sphere, in that space, in that place, is where now you have to begin to dominate. Now, the aspect now with your gift, okay, that is one now where your gift now, you as an individual will have to identify what your gift is and begin to develop your gift. Okay. Now I'm throwing this out because these are discussions we have been having for a while. So my point was, in the marketplace is where you take value, add value, and you take value. So the issue now is, what value are we adding in the marketplace? So somebody may be you're working in the bank, you're working in the, whether you're in the police service. That's your marketplace. That's your sector. Okay? That place is a gate also. So what value are you adding? What value are you taking in the marketplace? Because you add a value and then you have to take home a value from the marketplace. Okay? This is why I made the quote, T, is that you make $1, okay? And you make a difference and you make $1. You there with me?
Yes.
All right.
And the Jews are doing a fantastic job at that.
Yeah.
While you were sharing that is what is running in my spirit. That is what they do all the time. They come together and they look at all these different skill sets. As a matter of fact, they don't throw away even with their children. They have 4 or 5 kids and they know, okay, this one is doing that one is doing that. And they set that up where they now, like you say, when they go there, the father is going to sell to the rest of the people. By the way, John is the mechanic, and they make sure that they start to market that. How about when we look at what is happening on a simple place like a golf course?
Yeah.
Those guys come together, as we say, to make deals on that particular place. The so-called, wealthy business is taking place. But people see them swinging a golf club and fail to realize that day they will spend that time doing that. So like you say, more of that is spent there than is in the church. So
more time is spent in the marketplace. And as a result of that, Trevor, the need for the individual who function in the marketplace to begin now to develop themselves, raise your value. So what are you doing to raise your value? What are you doing to develop yourself in the marketplace so you can make a difference and you can make $1?
Exactly.
Okay. So that is the whole conversation that is taking place when it comes to marketplace, when it comes to development. Because you ask yourself now, what are you adding? What value are you adding? So you begin now to identify your gift sets. You begin to identify your gift. Now, this is where we come with the concept now. You're moving from gift to dominion. Okay? Because remember, the mandate is for us to dominate the sphere, the space, the place, the marketplace. Okay? But when you look at society, you look at individuals, quote unquote, believers, the question is, are we dominating the marketplace and the market space? And if not, why? All right. So I threw that out to you, T. Let me hear you.
that one is so powerful, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at certain things along the line of legacy and all these different things that we
Yes.
look at from the marketplace. So if,
Mm-hmm.
for example, your dad was in the ministry,
Mm-hmm.
so you were in the ministry, so we can say that based on what you saw him doing in the marketplace and his space, you look at that. I remember you always telling me your dad used to always dress well, and you
Yes,
started
yes.
looking at so
Oh, oh yes, yes.
you follow that pattern also.
Oh
So we
yes, oh
begin to
yes.
look, at what it is that we see, and we talk about DNA and all these different factors. But when
Yeah,
we're looking truly at what is our gift, a lot of times people, parents, even the adult, would look at a child and say, "You can't make no money doing that." And
mm,
that to me is based on what you were speaking about, that we
yeah,
need to get people to start to develop a new mindset from that kingdom aspect of it, to
yeah,
understand
yeah.
the power,
Mm-hmm.
that dunamis power of taking that skill set and developing it. For example, there was a time that I had a Laurel automobile, and the guy who used to fix it, when I bought the next car that I have now, I told myself that I can't take this car for him to fix because it's more computerized, and he didn't upgrade himself in that particular space to deal
Yeah.
with that. So that is the point you're making. When you're in there with your gifting, you have to work on improving your skill sets or improving the quality of what you're delivering in the marketplace. If I'm getting it right there,
No,
that
no,
is
that's like I like what Brian texted. He said the marketplace helps you expand and grow your gifts in order to become marketable through the kingdom of God. All right, to become marketable. But the thing with that is that our individuals really raising their value and developing themselves. So one of the concept, and you're going to hear this, T, is so you are gifted, okay, but you cannot stay at gift. You have to become skillful, okay. Then you cannot just say skillful. You have to perfect your skills, okay. And then
but
from perfect, go ahead.
one of the things to me that and I want to say this, and you would know what I'm talking about because we probably had this discussion before. One
Yeah,
of the things that to me that the church is responsible for, and it's not enough attention is not paid to it, is we all have gifts, but how we see ourselves, that image is what affecting that gift into becoming even in the kingdom. They could be going into church every single Sunday and become good church goers and poor seekers of the kingdom. So yeah, that's what I tell people. We have good church goers. It's like people who just play mass every time. They know the dates and they know everything and they're good to go. They go to all the fests or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, we have to pay attention to how do I see myself. I want to throw one out that is affecting people developing that gifting. It's called learned helplessness.
learn helplessness. You say,
Too many people who
mm-hmm.
have these gifts bestowed upon them are suffering from learned helplessness because we
Wow.
feel we are the mercy of outside forces. We have lack of control.
Hmm. I want you to elaborate on that learn helplessness for me.
Okay, so for example,
Yeah.
the owner of a very big dog, when he was a pup, used to put a chain around his neck and just tie it on the pipe outside. So
Yeah.
this dog got accustomed with this chain on his neck, and that's as far as he can go. And every time he sees that chain, he humble himself. He became not only a pup anymore after years, he became big dog. So one day some people were visiting, and the dog ran in the house, and everybody's panicked. And the owner said, "Don't worry, he won't do anything. Put the chain on him and tie him on a little rattan chair right there." They said, "He's gonna pull that away." They said, "No, that dog was suffering from learned helplessness because he feels he are at the mercy of external forces."
Wow. Wow.
It's the
Wow.
external forces. So that's what I'm saying is we are going to church and we are still suffering from learned helplessness. So we need a spiritual paradigm shift.
Wow,
Because you will be presenting the gate to them, and they cannot
mm,
see themselves in the marketplace the way they're supposed to see themselves with their gift, because they're pointing at everybody else. Well, here what you're saying, Apostle, but John could do that, Terrell could do that, them lucky. But it's how we see ourselves, and we have to stop suffering from that learned helplessness. Remember, our self-image defines and limits our possibilities.
wow, that's good there. That's good there.
So we have to work on that image. So we were created in the image, but yes, still the image gets damaged because of the self-talk that we are using that is not promoting us, but demoting us.
Wow, that's. I mean, that's heavy there. So so what you're saying that learn helplessness create a self-image.
Or there isn't anything it can create. Because remember, learned helplessness is not dealing with the inner stuff. It's dealing with what we see on the outer.
All right.
So
The
we lose
external.
control because we figure that we have no control over those external forces.
Wow, wow.
So in September, we're going to have a whole set of people who are going to listen to the government of Trinidad and Tobago presented fiscal budget. And instead of them operating from that commerce of the kingdom, they're going to start to talk about this going up and that going up and everything else going up. And I had an idea, Apostle and Trevor, to open my business, but based on the state of the whose economy are we operating in?
Yes. That's it. That's it.
That is the learned helplessness. Well, I would be glad to open that business, but I normally tell people that it is your butt, move it.
Get your butt out of the way.
Get your butt out of the way. And this is where this type of conversation, these things that we're doing, is needed more than anything else, because this is going to strip away that particular place that people are operating from, even in the church. And by the way, more of this is being done in the church than being done outside of the church.
Woo!
Hello? Whoa. More of this is done with people who have Christian next to the name than people who operating outside of there are not even Christians.
Wow. Wow. Before I want you to hold that there, put a plug in that. All right, folks, those of you who are on, just listen. I want you to tag or text someone and invite them to our discussion tonight. And I want those of you who are on, just share your comments, your remark. Let's know what is your take also on our discussion tonight. So you can participate with the text there, so we can post it. And also, if you have any questions, you have any input, you can put it up on the chat so you can be part. What is your take on this discussion? What is the input that you will want to make tonight? All right. So we're having this discussion on the marketplace. Your gift will make room for you. All right. And we're learning something new tonight here from Coach T. All right. So Trevor, tell me now how you break that. How to break that learned pattern, that behavior.
Fantastic question. And it starts going back to us taking a look at be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. If we are going to present that to people from the Romans 12 and 2, that's transformation. But why? So I always tell people, I hear so many people in the church reiterating or just speaking what was heard and not going into it and truly understanding. So one time I heard some people saying, be transformed by the renewing of the mind. So I wanted to know what they're talking about. My mind does not need transformation. But I will tell you why my mind needs transformation. Because I have conformed to some worldly principles and that is affecting my gifting.
Right.
So I have now to figure, how am I going to make this shift? How am I going to move from where I am to where I want to be? And that space, Apostle, between where I am and where I want to be, I call it the process. And people don't want to go through the process.
Wow.
Even when you get on a plane, the pilot gives a certain set of instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning Flight 238 to Bangladesh or wherever it is. I'm your pilot, Coach TJ. We'll be flying at such and such an altitude. I don't see anybody diving out the plane when the pilot tell them what kind of altitude they be flying at. we would experience some turbulence. I don't see anybody telling the pilot, hey, stop right here. I can't deal with them turbulence. We need to understand these principles. The same reason the plane is in the air, that we want to enjoy it, is because the pilot is flying under one scientific principle, the principle of lift.
That's it.
They have defied gravity. And when we want to move from where we are to where we would like to be from a vision or goal standpoint, Apostle, we have to defy the gravity of negativity. You cannot go up unless some of those things let go. Not even in a hot air balloon.
Wow.
And a lot of people have a lot of hot air, but they ain't even going up. You know, they're not going up. So we have to look at what it is that you're speaking. There's a little graph that I normally work with on the self-image. I spoke about self-imposed limits, Apostle. And self-imposed limits are the things that are stopping you, stopping me, or stopping anyone from doing what they need to do. Self-imposed limits. So the Olympics is coming up just now. As you know, I'm an Olympian. I went to the Olympics in 1972 representing Trinidad and Tobago. And when we look at the sprints and we look at the American young guy, Noah Lyles, and notice how he's marketing himself. When we look at from the female aspect, Sha'Carri Richardson, how these people are marketing themselves. And people say, oh, they're running their mouth. No, they're speaking into their space. They know they have that gift. And they're not settling for anything that they feel about. If you want my gold medal, you're going to have to come and take it off my neck. So they're putting that out because that today, Apostle, is their gift. That is what you're sharing with us. So they are now in that gated space and saying, I am here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm a professional. Usain Bolt is worth about 100 million US. That was his gift. That was his gift. Today, you can take up some of the benefits from that and expand that same gifting. He's still doing that because that's how people see him. They see him as that particular person. He can talk about winning. So we have to know that even though we're just a little dot on the map, that has nothing to do with God's kingdom. We are in the kingdom. We are part of a place that we are not just thrown out.
Yes.
And we can make a difference with the people. The people who are in the gifting can make our nation become that great in this space. That's you and I are here this afternoon, not by accident. We're here by design. We tuned into one another years ago.
Yes.
and the connection is still there.
Yes.
The connection is still there, and that's important because look at what happens when you and I come together. What are the things we speak about?
Yes.
We speak about the same thing you're talking about. We come and we speak about our gifting. We speak about our gifting. We don't come together and speak about baseball and tennis. That's not our thing.
We talk our stuff.
We talk our stuff. And because of that, we attract others who want to hear about it. Because you remember what Jesus said to his parents. I am about my Father's business.
Yes, Father's business. I was saying to the folks. I mean, no, that statement you made there. I mean, is a really, really impactful mind. It causes you to think. That learn helplessness because you see it. So and what comes to mind? I'll tell you this. Is the church contributing to this in what way?
Woo-wee. I break it down.
And I'll tell you this. And tonight I will behave myself tonight. But I will tell you this. I think the believers are really stuck at a place because, and the reason why this whole conversation and this whole vision and this whole drive, what we call the gated dominion concept, is so pressing on my heart. Because remember, I've grown up in church. I've seen believers. I've seen folks just religious.
Yeah.
Okay. And when something is placed in their hands, they're not able to develop it, they're not able to carry it because they themselves are not developed. Okay? So we talk about your gift. And then what are you doing to develop yourself? What are you doing to develop the gift set that you have? So my question is the church contributing? What were the churches contributing to this learn helplessness that you speak about? Because it's the same. Listen, listen. It's the same believer will go in the marketplace, all right. And when we had the business breakfast, I explained this to them, and the concept is which is going to endorse what it is you're saying here concerning virtue and value. Okay, and I said to them, in the church is what is virtue, in the marketplace is value.
Yeah.
So what value are you adding? But when you go in the arena of the church, which basically one of the aspect there is for development, is for growth. Okay, are you growing? Are you being developed? So when you go in the marketplace and you start at one place, where you start is not where you're going to stay.
Exactly.
Okay, but it's a starting place, and there are many believers who are stuck where they start
because they went in there temporary and make it permanent.
but that's one of it. Okay, because you went in on an entry level and it's 5 years, it's 6 years, but you still at the entry level. So when it's time for promotion, we promote now the promoting who add value to the organization, who add in value. Okay, so that whole concept in terms of in what way the church is contributing to learn helplessness.
You know, as you're sharing that, it just takes me back, and this is part of what the growth that you're talking about. Because I tell people when I'm on a session, I say the things that you see behind me, they're not one of those fake kind of things. Those are real books I have behind me. You know, I have hundreds of those. And I remember reading something by deceased Miles Monroe, some years ago, that a woman in his organization, in his church, came to him and said to him that she was released from her present place of work.
Yeah.
I don't know if he found out something, that this woman had a skill set. He said, "Do you have a stove at home?" She said, "Yes." He said, when is the last time did you use the oven? And she was kind of taken aback. She said, "What do you mean?" He said, "When was the last time you baked some cookies?" She said, "I have not baked cookies in the longest while." He said, "Well, I heard you good at doing that." When he saw that woman again, a couple months after, she did not come with a sad face. She came with an envelope with money.
Wow.
She was given a gift because she found herself. In other words, what do you have in your hand? He said, "Go and make your cookies." And people in the same place where she was released from knew that she was good at it, was buying her cookies. So that gift that you talk about, somebody had to release her for her to go and begin to work on her gift. How many people have been released from TSTT just the other day? How many people have been released from Petrotrin over the years and stayed there and bitch and complain instead of paying attention to their gifting?
Look at the inside.
They think that their marketplace was inside of the oil inside. No, it wasn't. And a lot of them have gone on to do good things. Now they're consulting because they have now realized, that's my gifting. This is what I got to do. And they're doing a good job at it. And that becomes important. So we have to pay attention to that.
And T, that gift was always inside of them, but sometimes it takes crisis, it takes layoff, it takes send home, so that folks now could begin to look on what God placed within them, because all of us, there's something unique that is inside of you, but the thing is now being able to identify, being able to tap into that gift, that uniqueness that is inside of you.
But Apostle, sometimes it's difficult for them to do that, because I want to share a word with the listener this afternoon. Please write this down. AscendX. SNIOP.
Mm-hmm.
Too many people are SNIOPs. What is a SNIOP? They are susceptible to the negative influences of other people.
Ooh, my God. Somebody text that is. Somebody text that is. Style.
SNIOP. They are susceptible to the negative influences of other people. And they are in the church.
Wow.
And we need to pay attention to these are the things that apostle that we need to pay attention to in the environment. So when you all are standing from the pulpit laboring in the vineyard, some of these people, what are they listening to? What are they taking away? What are they doing with it? What are they taking tonight? What are they taking away tonight when they deal with that same gifting?
But you go back. I think one of the restriction you look at. I believe that a lot of restriction come from in terms of. I think you mentioned it earlier. That whole concept of self-image.
Is image building?
Yeah. All right.
It's image building.
And sometime I was doing the morning perspective, and I made a statement which is applicable to this even now. Unless individuals get a revelation of the self-image, getting a revelation of your self-image in terms of how you see yourself, that is important. That is really, really important.
Well, the weakness, apostle, is that too many of us have been looking into mirrors for too long and don't know what it is that we're seeing when we look in a mirror.
Yeah.
We think the mirror is for dress up and makeup. That's not what it's for. We need to begin to start to see that reflection as being real. Because when you look in the mirror, you don't really see yourself. You see a reflection of yourself. You're not seeing that stuff that's inside of us. We spend so much time in the external realm trying to dress it up and make it up that we forget about the real, true internal image. And we have broken down that particular image. And that's been happening from since childhood. Who do you think you are? And you have to have a little respect for your elders and all sort of things that, because you think you went to university. All these things, you have people who do. And then we have those who went to university want to know this person never been to university and how they're making $50,000 a month. And, why did I go? All these are factors.
Yeah.
That is affecting the same people who are dealing with the kingdom of God because they're too religious.
I think look, Brian put it up there again in terms of what Napoleon Hill said. Self-image says that you should be able to grow and expand your mindset to think and grow rich. That whole expanding of the mind is really, really critical. I think I will tell you this. I think majority sometimes are individual who in church are what we call information oriented. When I say information oriented, where they are prone just to collect information. Because remember, every Sunday they want a new message, a new word. But then what is being done with that which you are receiving? So you are information oriented. But there's no application in terms of the information that is being received. Because take for instance, and I did this, and let me just plug this in there. All right, folks, those of you who are on, just share your takeaway because we just have a few minutes on the live again. Okay, just share your takeaway. Your view, your input. All right, thank you, awesome. Good to have you. Susceptible and negative influence of other people. Okay, now the last book I wrote, Coach, on 4 levels of human existence. Okay, and there's a chapter in the book on the begging level. And I spoke about the beggar who was sitting by the gate.
Beautiful.
No, not to get beautiful. This is in Luke 16, right? And the beggar died and he wanted crumbs to eat from the master's table. And he was sitting there. And I shared concerning how the gate speaks of access. It was a place of wealth. It was a place of wisdom. It was a place where wise people meet and where work was realized. Okay, so position in a good place. Sitting there, he's a beggar, right? And what it said that his desire was just to eat crumbs that fall from the master's table. No, he didn't desire to walk. He didn't desire. He just desired, if I could just get the crumbs that fall from the master's table. And the key thing in that, he's positioned at a place of wisdom, because the gates were where wise people meet.
I remember in the same thing can grow rich. It stated that the bargain with life for a penny and life will pay no more.
Aye, God, bye.
The bargain with life for a penny, life will pay
no more. So folks, those of you who are on, just share your takeaway. We're about to wrap it up on tonight with Trevor James, a mentor, a friend, a life coach, really awesome individual. And our discussion tonight is your gift will make room for you. We're talking about the marketplace. And those of you who know, you have been on the live where on the 29th of this month, that program, the Gated Dominion System, will be launched out. All right. There are folks who are registering. If you want more to know more about it, just message me. All right. The information is all over. And I believe that this Thursday, I'm going to be back on a Thursday just to share some insight on the Gated Dominion System. It's a mentorship coaching program that we have put together to help those of you who are gifted, you are talented, you want to identify your gift, you want to identify your talent, and you want to be able to grow and go in the marketplace. You have a business. This program I've put together is for you. All right. So we're just trying to bring it to you now tonight. For those of you, T, let's just wrap it in. Any last words you have?
Yes, you said earlier on about something within, and I want people to make a note of this one, that your future, even your gift, is not ahead of you. It lies within you. Your future and even your gift is not ahead of you, but it lies in you. And that is why we have to begin to look within. And people need to understand the principle of looking within. We spend a lot of, to me, that is a place, Apostle, that we need to do a serious session on, looking within.
That's a game changer. That's a game changer.
Because sometimes it's just a word, and we have to look within that word. See what is there for us inside of that word. So I want to close so people remember me with this one.
Go ahead.
How many of you have get up and go to your kitchen and open your refrigerator like this and look into the refrigerator and spend even as much as a minute there just looking within there, and you're not seeing what you think you would like to see? You close the refrigerator. You come back about 15, 20 minutes after and pull the door back open, get in that same position and look into the refrigerator. I always ask the question, what did you expect to see there the second time that was not there the first time? Did you call on somebody to put something in there? What are you looking? That is looking within. What are you looking for? It is not in the refrigerator. It's within you. That is where it is. That's why you did not see it there even the second and the third time.
My God. But so you went and you look again.
It's a pattern. It's like a daily routine. It is. But if you see the position some people are take, boy. And on hip and thing, And they shake their head, boy. Same old. And we use words, same old. Think bad, think tough. So I want to thank you for having me on tonight, Apostle. I hope I was able to make a difference in somebody's life. I hope that they can get some fly-ups that's hanging around them.
This was good. This was good. This was really good. This was really good. I think we're going to do another one again, T, because I really believe that the impact, the discussion, and I know you're just warming up.
Don't say it so hard.
All right, folks. Just share your takeaway. Those of you who are on the link, I put the link on the chat there. You can click on it and get the information for the system and the program that's going to be starting on the 29th of this month. All right. It's a 12-week mentorship coaching program. All right. To help you identify and develop, and be distinguished and deploy and then have dominion. All right. It's proper structure. So check it out. Click on the link. It's in the chat to know more about the Gated Dominion system that we have put together. I'm going to be back on Thursday to share some more insight into the Gated Dominion system. All right. I want to thank those of you who took the time to be with us. I see Shano is on. Cheryl is on. Awesome. All right. Mala, Guyana is in the house. Brian, thank you for your input tonight. All right. And those of you who always support, all right, the program and this platform, we really, really want to thank you for taking this time. Trevor, it's really good to have you on, man. Really, really awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Much love.
Really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. And we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again very soon because this is our backyard here now.
This is our marketplace.
Yeah, it's our marketplace. It's our marketplace. All right. Trevor, you want to tell some folks what you have coming up? What they can get you
on Thursdays at 7:30. We have what we call conscious conversation. Feel free to, get some information from Apostle. That you can always, So every Thursday at 7:30 we have conscious conversation. And it's normally interested in a different topic. We've been doing the life wheel, but I put a spin on it. And the last week I called it the visioning life wheel.
Life wheel, okay.
Yeah, so where we're doing some stuff with getting people to, so the Lord has shown me that we need to get people to focus more on vision, not just on goals. Because the vision is a glimpse of God's glory. And out of that vision, then we will find our goals. But we've been stuck with doing it the other way around. We spend more time with the goals than we do with the vision. Yeah?
That's good.
So it's good stuff coming up.
Wonderful. I just want to shout out my good friend, Terrell.
Terrell, how are you, my brother? Terrell, good seeing you.
All right. Terrell is out in Barbados there. Thank you for stopping by tonight. All right, so folks, do me one thing, two things I want you to do before you jump off. I want you to share this on your WhatsApp, share it on Instagram, share it on the Facebook. All right, share the link before. And those of you who haven't subscribe to the page, leave a comment and let us know if this session has been impactful or helpful to you. Just leave a comment. Also, the link is on again, the Gated Dominion system. Check out the concept. All right, we're going to be starting on the 29th of this month. Registration is there. Check it out and be part of this system that we have put together for 12 weeks intense mentorship program that we have put together. All right. So, James, blessings. Take care.
All right. God bless.
Good to have you on.